Good morning. Welcome in to another installment of Trust Matters, Real Estate and Estate Planning Solutions with Gateville Law Firm and Sean Robertson, located in Yorkville and online at gatevillelawfirm.com. Sean is with us via the phone lines this morning. Sean, welcome in as we get to another show today. How are things going?
Going well. How's it going for you today, Mike?
Doing pretty good. Today we are going to be focusing on something known as blended family estate planning, and we've got a couple that have a situation that you're going to let us know about for today. So where do we want to start here?
Yeah, so we're just going to assume that this couple's name is Mike and Lisa. They live in Oswego. They're in their early 60s. They've been married for 12 years. Lisa has two daughters from a first marriage, Emily and Rachel, or just say two daughters. And Mike, the husband, has one adult son from a prior relationship. And, let's assume that they love each other, but they're a blended family. So that's kind of the scenario, Mike.
Kind of a Brady Bunch situation, perhaps, or at least on a smaller scale. So children from previous relationships, and then what goes wrong here?
Yeah, pretty much, Mike, the husband dies first, and the problem is with that is, in this case, Lisa most likely gets everything, the surviving spouse, and maybe Mike wants to provide for his adult son. So, yes, it goes, and maybe there's no conflict, but maybe Mike, the father that deceased wants to provide for his adult son. And so with the trust or an estate plan, we can put those parameters in place, Mike.
So with a situation like this, there's some tension, some legal issues here if it wasn't spelled out properly beforehand.
Correct. And sometimes it's not. And these are the ones, typically blended families, where you have step parents and step kids, where things can get really messy because neither party really trusts one another. And so, i.e., then comes a legal battle that probably could have been avoided.
So this is where, and we've talked about this before, but a revocable living trust is pretty important to have.
Correct, because one of the difficult conversations we have in the estate planning appointment, because really what estate planning is, Mike, it's not just a bunch of documents. It's having a conversation and finding out, how do we avoid conflict? How do we, get Lisa, get her kids money, and how do we get Mike, if that's the case, how do we get his son money? So that's kind of one of the conversations we have with estate planning, Mike.
Yeah, and this is something where you get the peace of mind knowing that all of this is mapped out ahead of time in case something happens. You don't want to try to deal with it or sift through it all when everybody's emotional and distressed because someone passes away and things aren't clear cut, because everybody kind of wants their own piece of the pie, so to speak.
Absolutely, and they're going to be hurt. Feelings can be hurt, and a lot of times, like I was just talking to a gentleman today, and like he said, the last thing that somebody wants to deal with is legal issues when a loved one's died, and because they're already kind of in mourning.
Yeah, and all the steps that Gateville Law Firm takes will help avoid things like probate court and all those kinds of things that can really turn a situation messy and public.
Exactly. And so, typically what we do is we kind of help people provide peace of mind. And that's kind of what we help people provide. And plus, the other thing we do, Mike, is we help a lot of people, especially that are older, protect assets, because probate avoidance is one goal, but really protecting what people have, especially for the surviving spouse, is really important too.
So we're focusing on blended families. Do you have any final advice for people listening that might be a part of a blended family and what they should do going forward?
Yeah, I would just say don't put it off. And the reason why is because a lot of times when there's a crisis, it's difficult to make decisions in crisis.
Yeah, and putting it off, I mean, you always assume, I'll just get to it next week, next month, next year, and you just never know how life can happen and pop up and throw a curveball your way.
Exactly.
All right. You can find out much more by contacting Sean and his team at Gateville Law Firm. They're in Yorkville. They're online at gatevillelawfirm.com. and you can call 630-780-1034, and they'll take care of the questions you have and get you on the right path to solving some of these issues and get a head start on everything. That's all the time we have on today's Trust Matters Real Estate and Estate Planning Solutions. We'll see you next time.